If you've been enjoying the stories I share here, please consider subscribing. Your support pushes me to keep creating more. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now let's dive into today's story. I told my partner I was spending the evening with my girlfriends, but fate had other plans. He walked into the very same restaurant. The instant our eyes locked across the crowded room, my stomach plummeted. I froze mid-bite, the food trembling on my fork. Just a short distance away stood my husband, the man who had only ever been kind to me, staring straight at me with an expression that carved itself into my memory forever. Disbelief, pain, and then something sharper. Truth. My cover was gone. Before you condemn me, let me unravel how I arrived here. How I dug the pit that swallowed me whole. My name is Evelyn. Until that evening, I believed I had everything under control. Nathan and I had been together for 7 years, 5 of those married. On paper we had stability. A house, dogs, steady paychecks, quiet evenings. But somewhere along the timeline, love slipped into habit. We weren't a couple anymore, just co-owners of a life. That's when Eric entered. A fresh face at work, bold in a way that made people lean closer. He noticed me, the tiny things Nathan hadn't in years. The way I stirred cinnamon into coffee, the polish on my nails, the trim of my hair. I didn't intend to betray my vows. At first, I convinced myself it wasn't betrayal at all. The harmless chats in the hallway grew into teasing messages, which stretched into stolen lunches. And then one Friday I simply didn't come home. I promised myself I would stop, but I didn't. I made excuses about girls' nights. And Nathan never pressed. His trust made everything too simple. Until that Saturday, Eric reserved a table at a small Mediterranean spot downtown. Not our usual haunts, which felt safe. I even joked about how daring we were becoming. He smirked, saying, "Maybe I want us to get caught." A warning ignored. I texted Nathan a lie. "Spa night with Claire might stay over." He replied, "Enjoy it. Love you." Those words sliced deeper than he knew. That night, I dressed in silk I hadn't worn in months, hungry for attention. With Eric beside me, I felt alive again, not just somebody's wife. We took a table tucked in the back, safe, hidden, or so I thought. An hour passed, appetizers almost gone, when a familiar sound shattered me. Nathan's laugh. I would have recognized it in a crowd of thousands. Slowly I turned and there he was with the hostess, scanning the room. "Duck." Eric leaned close, whispering, "What's wrong?" My voice cracked. "My husband. He's here." His eyes widened. "You're kidding. We need to leave." But it was too late. I don't know what betrayed me, the panic written on my face or simply bad luck, because just as I reached for my purse, Nathan's gaze caught mine. The air shifted. He didn't make a scene. He didn't shout. He just stared. I watched realization dawn, burning everything down. The hope in his eyes dimmed like a flame smothered. My throat tightened. "I'm sorry," I whispered. He turned, walking toward the door. Instinctively, I chased him. Eric abandoned, my coat left behind. "Nathan!" called, pushing through bodies. Outside, the winter air bit at my skin. He stood by his car, fists clenched, breath fogging. "Please let me explain." His reply cut like glass. "Explain that you're not at Claire's. That you're sleeping with your coworker while I'm grocery shopping and walking our dogs." My chest caved. It wasn't meant to be this way. He turned then, his eyes hollowed by betrayal. "How long?" My hesitation ruined me. He laughed, bitter and broken. "So long you can't even count." My voice cracked. 3 months. He repeated it back like poison. 3 months. "And all this time you kissed me goodnight. Told me you loved me." I stammered. "I do love you." He recoiled. "Don't." Silence stretched between us, sharp as broken glass. Then his voice softened, cruelly calm. "Who else knew?" I couldn't speak because Claire knew and some colleagues probably guessed. Our marriage had been an open secret, except to him. His jaw clenched. "You turned me into a fool." I broke, sobs spilling out. "I never wanted to hurt you." I was lost. We were lost. He shook his head. And instead of talking to me, you lied. You decided I didn't care. His next words sliced deeper than any blade. You know what's ironic? I came here tonight for you. I wanted to surprise you. Grab your favorite takeout. Show you I still tried. My hand flew to my mouth. Oh my God. He nodded faintly. Guess I was the only one still fighting. He slid into his car. I begged. Nathan, don't go. But the door slammed and with it, he was gone. I stood frozen on the sidewalk, shivering, people glancing as they passed. I didn't care. I had demolished the one thing I thought unshakable. That night, I didn't return to Eric. I went home alone. Our room felt haunted. His flannel still draped over the chair. The missing dog bed. The framed photo from our honeymoon where we both smiled like fools. Called, texted, begged. Silence. Weeks later, an envelope arrived. No words inside, just the sting of divorce papers. That was his answer. Claire stopped speaking to me too. She said she couldn't enable me anymore. I didn't blame her. Eric reached out once. I blocked him. He was never what I wanted. What I wanted was the life I destroyed. I had tried to run from the numbness of routine with one lie, and I burned everything real in the process. Now I sit here, pen in hand, signing away a marriage I once believed unbreakable, mourning the man who could forgive comfort but not betrayal. And when I close my eyes, I still see him in that restaurant, the exact second he realized the truth about me.